Okay, so it's been a really long time since I last played. I went on vacation for like a month, and then I was sick for a long time, and then I was just too lazy to finish doing what I was doing, but now I feel like it. But it's been a while, and I've kind of forgot what I've been doing. So I want to take a look at the character real fast. Um, Healing potions, this girdle, a bunch of stuff unidentified, a wand of summoning monsters. Um, some armor. I was really disappointed. I could have sworn when I had played the game a long time ago, you could really pause and just fully equip and unequip weapons and armor and everything and really cheese out the system. And that hasn't been working for me. I don't know if it's from updates or if I'm just really absent-minded and it never worked that way. But if that's the case, it is now. So I have to figure out. This is some really good armor for right now, but I can't cast spells during combat if I wear it, or do really good hiding in shadows or anything like that. So I really gonna have to decide once I start getting some better armor options, if I really want to go robes or armor or robes and a shield or some kind of combination. But for right now, we'll just be dependent on the fighters half. Uh, I'm a little more than halfway on the hit points. From what I remember on this map, there's some half ogres, a whole lot of Zvarts, some bears.
Very well.
There's a cave. Yeah, okay, here's the ogres. Not really gonna have anything to say, so I probably should have started shooting them a long time ago. Um, I know there's a book in the level somewhere that's one of the stat increasing books. I think it's in some kind of cave with a bear. Come on. Stop missing. There you go. I don't remember what those gauntlets were. Could afford to drop a club. Let's see. What is that? A potion of armor of some sort? Oh, strength. Okay. Alright. Potion. Gems. Sword. Let's see. What is it? Control Q to quick save? Yeah, okay. I think this is the map that has the giant knoll fortress. And one of the... Oh, I think there's some spiders down here too somewhere. That might have just been a random encounter.
Your life ends here.
Um, this map is weak monsters, but just in huge amounts. So the Null Fortress has these giant swarm groups of gnolls. There's a little Zvart village that just has tons of little Zvarts in it. So yeah, I'm decently overpowered enough to handle monsters individually, but I'm not quite sure how much damage I'm really going to take trying to hold off these giant swarms of monsters. I could waste my fireball potion if it gets really bad at some point to try and thin it out a little bit. And oh, now that I think about it, there's some really nasty spiders in here somewhere. I'm gonna have to swap the armor around and keep an eye out for webs and stuff. Better find traps. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting spiders coming up. Yeah, there's a possibility I could waste a fireball to clear them out if it's just getting to be too much. The spiders themselves are going to be pretty rough. I'm not even quite sure how I'm going to deal with that because it's not just giant spiders. It's like a sword spider and some phase spiders. It's going to get pretty nasty. Okay, here's the first cave. So which cave is this one? What's going to be in this one? Probably, I'm not too worried about traps. Let me get the armor on. I think this girdle was extra armor to bashing. Let's put the shield on. So I think these bracers are the archery bracers, but I don't know. You don't have it identified if it. If you don't have it identified, if you don't get the bonus, or if the bonus is just hidden. I think you don't even get the bonus if it's not identified. Oh, it's just a bunch of svarts. Right. So with armor like this, it's basically they have to roll a 20 to hit me, which you'd think he's like, oh yeah, I can just mow them all down in that amount of time. But the sad thing is that I miss like crazy. I've already been hit once. With the amount of numbers that they have, they're going to roll the 20s a lot more often than you'd think. And my dice rolls are pathetic enough. I mean, my chances of attacking are pretty high, and their armor is also pretty low. But I find the randomized dice rolling in RPGs are not always statistically balanced. They seem to roll pretty low more often than high. Or, not average at all, either super high or super low. Isn't there a button that shows things better on the ground? What's that? X. Have to figure that out later. Been so long, I can't even remember the keys. Oh, okay, it's tab. Okay, I don't have any drain life left. Some more Zvarts. Now I could be, with just one or two Zvarts, I could be taking them out with arrows. But right after I do this map, probably the very next map I do will be the one that has Drist on it. And I want to try and kill him. And I'm going to need a lot of arrows to do it. And I probably already don't have enough. So I may attempt to do it, and then if I can't because I don't have enough arrows, then I may have to go to town first, get some arrows, and come back. sell some stuff because I have a lot of wolf skins and gems and little things like that filling out my inventory. But I like to try to do my games as fluid as possible. I don't like to rest very much if I can avoid it, which is kind of why I hate the old systems of D&D where you blow your spells and then you have to sleep for so many hours, get your spells back, and I always thought, yeah, in the computer game you can easily abuse it and just click rest all the time, but uh, if it was like a novel you were reading or more in real life, and you were in a hurry to get somewhere, you don't really have time to rest for 8 hours
All right.
in between every little fight and reload if you hit wandering monsters that you can't handle while you're resting. I really try to not use spells at all if I can avoid it. Oh, carrion crawler. Okay, for that I'm gonna have to use a bow.
Your life ends here.
Oh, come on, shoot it. I'm gonna have to take this outside even. Oh, and it didn't.
Very well. All right.
Oh, that's really bad. Oh, and there's the reload. How dumb is that? First out of the cave, and then the monster spawns. Uh, monster spawns next to me, in front of me, blocking me from getting out of the cave. That's
I am certain to die.
it's pretty crap.
Life ends here.
I'm not sure if this is the map too, that it's possible one of these caves might even have some baby wyverns in it. Give me... Okay, let's put the bow back on. Since this monster doesn't really worry about armor, I'm going to try and stealth it so that that first shot comes off as a crit hit. I mean, it doesn't have that many hit points. Yeah, so that first hit only did 5 damage. Not too amazing there, buddy. And why you're taking so long to fire your second shot. Oh, you gotta fire a lot faster speed than that. Yeah, and then I'm gonna back myself into a small little room. And, man, there it goes. Why? I don't know, maybe I was standing too far away to get the sneak attack with the bow. Guess I should do a quick save after I kill the Zvarts. So I don't have to do the Zvart fight over again every time.
I am certain to die.
Yeah, then I got hit again. Oh. The necklace.
What would you have me?
Wait.
All right.
Gold. Gold. let's try this again. Okay, this time I'll save it. Did it not save? There you go, man. I don't want to save it. Oh, probably because you already spotted me.
Your life ends here.
Sometimes when you're walking, it'll, uh, it'll spawn a shot really quickly, and other times when you're walking, it just does not want to let the shot go. And it's like it's trying to count down a round
All
so
right,
you're
all
not getting
right.
more. By moving in between shots, it doesn't want you to like restart the round or something. 5 damage again. Oh my gosh. I really think it. There you go. See, it only took 4 arrows. It took me this many times to do it. They couldn't hit with 4 arrows. Alright. Better save it before I forget. There's another cave over here.
If you insist.
Is this the Wyvern Cave? Or is this the bear? What's this smart? Some of I know in the game there's lots of different caves on lots of different maps, so they all kind of blend together at some point. I know some of them are trapped and some of them aren't. So I'll take my armor off really. Oh, I still have the thief armor on. Okay. So let's make sure this one's not one of the trapped ones. That should be long enough. Okay. Nothing I can pick up. My inventory's full. Let's set an animal skin down real fast. Why don't let me pick up? Oh my gosh. Not the potions. Inventory management is so annoying. Let's rather have this there than the potion. There's another spell. This one we can put with the scrolls. And there is the book that increases your stats. Yeah, I don't think you can use it until you identify it. So I can put the wand up there. Save?
All right, all right.
Oh my gosh, it's not saving. Why is it not saving? Really annoying when you hit Control Q and it just doesn't respond. So what else do we got? So there's a path going up here. Okay, this I guess this isn't the map with the spiders. Unless it's still coming up and I just haven't seen it yet. Maybe I'm just not high enough levels for the random monsters to have spawned spiders yet. It gave me Zvarts instead. Oh, and this just wraps around. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell on the map. So let's walk over there. So I think the only real treasure in this entire map is that book. You'll get a bunch of gems and maybe a scroll or two off the knolls. But there's isn't anything I can remember that it's like, oh yes, you have to go to the Knoll Stronghold to get such and such item because it was so good. Um, the only thing I really remember is the book. And then there's a female wizard there that you can get a quest to rescue. If you have Minx the Ranger in your group, she may still join you. Okay. Okay. If you have Minsk the Ranger in your group, you can get Tiny Hair, but she's not. For one, I'm doing a solo game, but I don't even take her a lot of the time because I don't think she's very good. Oh, ouch. Yeah, that's not surprising. I just realized I'm still wearing the leather armor. So let's get a
Very well.
real armor class going. I'm very forgetful. I would say the majority of my deaths are going to be either from just a ridiculous dice roll or my forgetfulness. I mean, I guess that's another thing to consider. You could say, well, you should be playing this on Iron Man or some kind of you die once you're dead version. Because if you're just constantly reloading every 2 seconds, it's not really strategy. It's not really a real challenge. Because anyone can do it eventually if you just keep reloading until you get the dice rolls you want. Which I think there's some truth to that. But I also think this is based on 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragon rules, and even with the best equipment in the game and as strong as you can possibly get based on the items you can find in this game, it's all going to be still based on a random dice roll. There's things you can do to make your chances of living greater by using choke points and walking really slow or knowing what the fights are going to be in advance, so preparing spells and things ahead of time to kind of cheese the fight. Yeah, there's things I could be doing like that would make the game have less reloads to it, but I don't want to put that much thought into it, for one, because I'm just playing based off of just turning on the game and playing. I'm not doing research and prepping, and I don't remember. I mean, I remember a considerable amount of important things because I'd played the game so many times, but I don't remember every detail. And I'm seeing on the chat dialogue, null attack, null attack. I don't know if he was just glitching out or if I somehow aggroed a bunch of nulls up there in the fortress. I guess if a bunch of nulls come walking at me down the path, I'll know. But yeah, there's a lot more prep I could be doing, and I could be trying a lot harder to survive than I am doing, but I don't want to try that hard. I'm just playing for fun. And in the end, it really is going to just come down to dice rolls no matter what you do. And you're going to have those unlucky times where you're totally outnumbering a monster, you have totally better armor, totally better attack chances, and you walk in They roll a 20 and you're dead. So I don't want to think too hard about it. There's other games that are a little more strategy based that's the route I would take for a challenge, but this is more of a role play, more of an adventure, not. I want to see if you can do it with one character, which I'm already positive you can, but I want to see, at what point in the game, how far along do I get before I hit max level?
What would you have me do if you
What's the game experience going to be like doing it with one person? I mean, so far I can tell you doing it with one person makes the inventory management really annoying. Because you don't have 5 other characters to load the loot onto. But you also have a lot more money at your disposal. Because you're not buying equipment for all those characters as well. And I actually have probably died. Ooh. Alt Q, not Alt Tab. I probably actually have had to reload a lot less. I've probably actually died a lot less than I would with a full group. Because in a full group, you always have that one wizard or that one random character who the AI pathing takes them in a really stupid spot and you're not watching, and before you know it, they're walking into a trap or fighting monsters that they shouldn't be. So as hard as it is with a single character, I've actually probably had to reload less times than I do normally when I play solo, when I play with a group. So I actually feel pretty good about it. Oh, that's another thing that's really annoying. I was just here 2 seconds ago, and they respawned the monster spot. You can never think you're safe. Never think you can be safe backtracking to a spot you are already in. Because chances are there's monsters there too. The second you walk past it, the monsters respawn. Scroll of Protection. Old. It would be really nice if you could stand up here on the ledge and shoot arrows down at here. It's not like you should be able to stand up here at the wall and look down and be able to see what's over there, but no, that would be too complicated. Alright, so it should just be tons and tons of nulls up here. That was the easy part of the fortress. This is the part that should have... I did it again. So I'm going to try and bottleneck them down here on these stairs. They don't get too many attacks on me. It looks like they all 3 going to hit me in it regardless. That went pretty well. I mean, I do have only 7 hit points left, so I think I'm going to take a potion. I probably should have taken it before that, but these nulls do, I believe, a D10 if they're truly using these halberds. It's possible they could hit me for 10, even if they don't have any kind of strength bonus. I really don't want to be below 10 hit points. I don't want to get one shot. Okay. I have to say, I think, I don't know if this is because of the patch or because of the enhanced edition or just because I've never really played solo, but usually when I come here, these null groups are huge. Like 7, 8 nulls packed in here. Yeah, I just took 6 points of damage. Back down to 10, so let's take another potion. And I wasn't expecting. I see. Another reason why I thought it would be fun to play it in solo, because I just never done it and I don't know what to expect. I was expecting to run into groups of like 7, 8 nulls. I wasn't expecting these little groups of 2s and 3s. So not only does it make the fight a lot easier than I was expecting. Man, these nulls are just... they're hitting me pretty consistently. I had the party AI on, so he's supposed to start swinging. Once he kills one null, he should start auto swinging at the second one, but he's not. I don't know if that's so Dinah here should be down here. I'll rescue her, but yeah.
Thy decency is refreshing.
How did you become trapped in such a place? You don't look helpless. Yeah, I forgot what personality I gave this guy, but I came to kill the monsters, so go away. I came for the treasure. So yeah, I may not level as fast as I thought I was going to level if the monsters are scaled down to my own level. I mean, not in difficulty, but they're scaled down in quantity. But I think that's just because these are kind of more like random monster spawns. I don't think any of them are set. It's not like the Helmed Horrors in the end of the game where you're walking through a maze and you know there's a specific spot and a specific amount of them in certain locations. These are more set like random wandering monsters encounters. So the random encounters may be a little geared closer to my level or closer to my party size. Which is a little sad. It was a little depressing. I was expecting this to be like super difficult because I'd be outnumbered by a crazy amount. I was also expecting a Svart village. This map. I don't remember. Did I already do that map prior to coming here, or did I somehow walk past that screen and not do that one? So we may be doing that next. All right, that's it for now. I'll see you on the next map.